Hi, my name is Linda Holloman and welcome back to the second edition of the Teacher Dance Tips and Strategies. Teachers are the best people in the world. They are. They're just absolutely the best people in the world. They're creative. They create something out of nothing on a daily basis. They are flexible. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape. But teachers can take something fairly simple and complicate it faster than anybody I've ever seen in my entire life, and you know who you are out there. So what I want to share with you today is something that is incredibly simple for you to do. It's very cost effective. It does not cost a lot of money at all, and have your kids involved and engaged. It is an opportunity for children to practice and apply what you have taught. Now, I've used this my entire teaching career. I've called it Look and Learn. I've called it See and Do. I now call it Review and Revisit. You can do this on a bulletin board. You can do it on a pegboard. You could do this on a piece of poster board that you've used masking tape to divide the poster board into 9 spaces. But this is my favorite way to use it now because it's mobile, small, and easy to do. The first year is the hardest because you're going to be making the cards for it. Now, I hope all of you can recognize these little card holders. These are baseball card holders, trading card holders. They come like 10 or 12 in a package, and they're very inexpensive. So you can go in with some of your friends, and this will be less than $1 a piece to be able to purchase these. Now, I have one on one side of a notebook and one on the other side of a notebook. So this becomes a 2-week center. One of the things that you want to think about is staggering your center activities so that you're not changing everything out at the same time. I used to do that. 10 centers, I change them all out every week, and that is a ticket to a padded room someplace. So don't go there. You just want to stagger them. So you have 2-week center activities, 4-week, 6-week, and then later on we'll talk about even 10 weeks. You're going to cut your cards, measure your cards, cut them to fit to go into the pockets, 9 pockets here. Now, for those of you that teach younger kids, you probably don't want to have something in every one of the pockets because it would just be too overwhelming. Also for kindergarten and first grade, this is visual perception and spatial relations because they're going to record in the corresponding space on the accountability sheet. Now, you might notice that there's the letter B in the top left-hand corner. Now, you can do letters, you can do numbers, you can do colors, you can do shapes, you could use blends, you could do vocabulary words, you could have research questions, response to literature questions. So really, you are only stopped by your imagination. You want to look at your curriculum, you want to look at what you're having kids practice, what you're reviewing and revisiting with your children. Now, this can be a center in and of itself, or this could be a tool that you use in a variety of centers. So this could be used in a word work center. It could be used in a research center. It could be used in a reading response center. It could be used in a comprehension center. So really, you have so many options to use this. Here's the accountability. Now you'll notice there are 9 spaces here in the baseball card holder. There are 9 spaces on this accountability. Now I call this generic accountability, and the reason it's generic is because once I teach my children how to use this format, then I don't have to spend precious time reteaching every other week how to use the format. They already know. Now the beauty is every week they're doing something different within the format, but the format is the same. So as I showed you, here's the letter B in the top left-hand corner. So the children are going to draw something that begins with the letter B in the top left-hand corner. Here's the letter W in the center. They're going to draw something that begins with the letter W in that center space. So whatever you put in the baseball card holders, they're going to respond in the corresponding space on the accountability sheet. And really all this is making 9 spaces on a piece of paper. If I can make 9 spaces, you can make 9 spaces. If you don't think you can do this on the computer, then you need to make friends with somebody who can make lines on a computer, and you make the cards for them, you buy the baseball cards for them, and they can do the computer work for you. Now, some of you might be thinking about, okay, I like this idea, but I'm going to put this up on a table, and tables are slick. So this notebook won't stay up, and that's going to be frustrating for everybody. So what one of the things that I want to share with you is the lid to a shoebox. Now I want you to think about this for a minute. You're going to go shopping this next weekend, and you just say to your family, I just need to run out for a few minutes and get some center things, some things for my classroom. And you come home with a brand new pair of shoes because you're going to use the lid of the shoebox to hold the notebook in place. So now you have management of the notebook, and you have a new pair of shoes and a tax write-off. Now, keep on doing the teacher dance.